Good evening. Welcome to this Thursday's SBC News. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gédéon, has made a plea for members of the public who have not been vaccinated against COVID-19 to do so. Dr. Gédéon was speaking at a press conference this afternoon, during which he said that the number of active cases has increased tremendously in the past week.
The total number of cases on Prale are 68 on La Digue, 5 on other islands, and the rest are on Mahe, 2,246. And that means we have widespread community transmission as evidenced by cases that are registered in all districts. Some districts have even more than 150 active cases, and many have over 100 active cases. The current trend, the recent trend that we have seen has been a rapid increase in the number, in the rolling average. Just over a day, it has jumped by almost 50 in terms of rolling average. And the trend seems to be more acute than the previous surge that we had early last year, around May. And the highest that we registered at that time was 3,046. It appears that we may register a higher number of active cases this time based on the current trends that we are seeing.
Dr. Gédéon also added that the number of vaccinated people is lower than what was expected. He said Sinopharm and Pfizer-BioNTech vaccines are available in all centers where the jabs are being administered.
Our vaccination campaign continues. Dr. Louange has announced the move of the vaccination center from Youth Health Center to International Conference Center as of tomorrow. The other centers remain the same. We have Gantas-Pralin, Anse-au-Pin, Anse-Royal, La Digue, and Beauvalon Health Center. They are open, watch the vaccination program. But both Sinopharm and Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine are available for first, second, and third dose. Some exceptional cases have received fourth dose, like people with severe comorbid conditions and some special travel requirement. The vaccination rate is not picking up as fast as we would have wanted. For the past 5 days of this month, we've given only just over 1,000 doses. We have close to 40,000 doses of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine and as many Sinopharm vaccine available. So the faster we can get the vaccine in people's arms, the faster would be the protection from illness and from severe disease.
The Public Health Commissioner has also spoken on the isolation strategy, which has also been revised.
If you are positive and you're asymptomatic, you remain isolated for 7 days. If you remain asymptomatic, you can exit isolation and you continue to take your precaution until your 10 days has expired. If you are close contact, that means you have been exposed to somebody on a continuous basis, you have to isolate, do a baseline PCR test, and then after 5 days, you repeat the test. If you are negative, then you can start work. If you're a low-risk contact, or you're not a close contact, you don't have to go into quarantine. You can continue to work, but you do a PCR test on day 5. People in critical services who, for reason of their job, have to be at work. If they are isolated, if they are positive, they have to isolate. But if they are a contact, even if they are a close contact, they do a baseline PCR. If it's negative, they can start working. They can work. And then midway, around day 2 or day 3, they can do a rapid antigen test. And if it's still negative, they can continue until day 5, and they repeat the PCR test. So these are modification of our management of cases to allow workplaces to continue functioning, because based on the number of cases being infected at any one time, many workplaces are having difficulties to continue providing services, and in some cases, essential services.
The 27-year-old woman who was charged with infanticide on July the 13th last year has been given a 2-year suspended sentence. The woman was arrested following investigations after a newborn baby was found dead at a bin site at Beaubel on July the 12th. Taking into account the health reports the court had recommended before handing down the sentence, Chief Justice Ronnie Govinden this morning ordered that the woman's sentence be suspended. This means that if she repeats the offence during the time, she will be jailed. One of the 5 accused who appeared before the court this afternoon in the latest drug-related case has been released today after the court withdrew charges against him. In another related court case, the other 4 accused are facing charges for human trafficking offences. This also involves 11 other men, Iranian nationals. The court has extended their remand period for another 14 days. They will reappear in court on the 20th of January. Both cases were presided over by Judge David Esparon. Fishermen of Cascade are happy with the improvement done on the temporary market, which is already in use. The temporary fish market is now in use with all the amenities in place, as was recommended by the district's fishermen. They say that the new facility is much more comfortable, and since they shifted, they have more clients and can now offer better services, which has helped increase sales. The fishermen say, regardless of the rain, they can still do business. There are also people selling fruits and vegetables there. The construction of a new fishing port close by is also well underway.